All right, we're set to go. So we will start on our backs. Oh, wait, before you go on your back, three hand gestures I just want to clarify. Or is it two? It's two. We did Mukula Mudra once before, so it's that beak mudra, and we're going to do this at the very beginning. So not well, close to the very beginning. Mukula Mudra, and you might want to try it. From Mukula Mudra, we're going to go into a bear claw. So you got your claws versus a fist, and then a relax open. And so we'll do that one more time. Mukula Mudra, bear claw, complete relaxation. So we're going to go into that when we're lying on our backs. All right, so go ahead and come down on your back. And to start with, let's just have our knees bent and our feet standing, and your arms out in a low V or a letter T, whichever feels good. And allow the weight of your pelvis to really drop down into the earth, as if there was a little bit more space between the hip socket and the thigh bone that lengthens down into the hip socket. A little bit more space between those two bony structures. And then really allow the shoulders to relax. And if you really allow the shoulders to relax, you might feel some sensations around your shoulder blades, like they've just moved on the floor. If you really can soften and let go, be a very small feeling. And then the weight of your head. Your skull is pretty heavy. So the weight of the head just sinking down into your mat toward the earth. And then the bottoms of your feet. All those little bones in your toes down to the ball of your foot, over the arch to the heel, all settling into the earth, even though your legs are standing. And then the arms of your bones all the way down to the back of your hands, wherever the back of your hands are connecting. Just resting with the earth. So if you think about the holiday season, think of a few words that describe the season for you. Let me say that differently. And what does the holiday season bring to you? And if you had, 3 words to describe what the holiday brings to you, what would that be? Maybe it's the lights, maybe it's the smell, maybe it's connecting with people you haven't connected with, reconnecting with folks, the joy of doing different things. And then if you could describe, what do you bring to the holiday season? In maybe a word or 2 words, what do you bring to the holiday season? For yourself, for others? And then choose one of those words, and you'll use that as your mantra. So any of those words, just choose one that has a really feel good meaning behind it in general. And then fill in the blank. I am that word. And repeat it to yourself about 5 times. And at the end, you may say, so be it. It puts a little period on the end of capturing that thought. And then notice the breath coming in. As you draw a breath in, sensations around the inhale, the temperature, the body responding with movement, the sound of the air being drawn in, and then the sound of your exhale, the warm breath coming out. And again, your body responding differently, settling into yourself and down toward the earth. And now go ahead and walk your feet out wider so you can come into constructive rest with the legs. And we will get there in a moment with the arms. And make it comfortable for you. So maybe your whole foot is on the floor and your legs don't necessarily physically touch. Your feet are completely down, but maybe your legs don't touch. Maybe you walk out further and roll toward the inner edges of your feet. So maybe the outer edges are off. They're all going to give you something different. The idea is to allow the legs just to fall inward, but you want to be comfortable. And reversing where we could go, which would be cobblers. So pausing here, draw a breath in as the arms rise to the sky, meet at the top. And then on the exhale, rotate the palms out as the arms come down. And when you get down to the bottom, just gently rotate the palms back up. Let the shoulders sink down. We'll do that twice more. Inhale. The space between your shoulder blades gets wider as the arms carve around to come up. And then we're going to rotate at the top and gently, it's like you're parting the clouds, coming down. And when you get down, rotate palms up to the sky. If there were sunshine, the beams would come down into the palms of your hands and the center of your chest. And then last one in this direction, coming back up, rotating at the top, and then gently coming back down, not too fast, not terribly slow, back to the palms up. And let the legs open up, bring the feet together into cobblers. Decide for yourself how close the heels are towards your body, someplace moderate, nothing forced. And pausing here, your palms are currently up to the sky. Notice the wall that your toes, the tips of your toes are looking at. And with an exhale, you're going to just rotate the arms so you come literally onto the pinky edge side of your hands. And your open palm is looking toward the wall that the tips of your toes are looking at. Draw a breath in. Let your hands come back to rest. And on your next exhale, you're going to roll toward the knuckle of your pointer finger. Maybe a part of your tip of your thumb touches the floor. Maybe it doesn't. My one hand does, my other doesn't. And then you just roll back to palm completely up to the sky. Draw a breath in. Roll toward the pinky edge of your hand. So you're purely on the side edge of your hand. Palm is looking at the wall where your toes are looking. Inhale back to center. Roll toward the knuckle side of your pointer hand. And then continue that slight rotation. So the arm bones never get to they don't move from where they are. You just roll over them. Gently rolling, always coming back to center with the palms briefly up to the sky. And then they just change their facing a little bit. Your whole arm gets to rotate, not just the hand. The whole arm gets to rotate. It's just that the arm won't move from the spot that it's in. Allowing the inner thighs to relax a little more. The belly and the low back softening. And then the next time you come to center, go ahead and pause there. Gently walk the feet back up to standing and walk them out again, coming into constructive rest, legs falling inward. Just pausing here for a couple of breaths. Really enjoy the sensation of drawing the air in and the exhalation. It will come a little bit longer, the duration of time. You don't have to force it, just being aware of it coming in and going out. And then walk your feet back up to standing. Hug one leg, hug your right leg in, lengthen the left. Flexion at the left ankle. Keep it easy, just enough to activate the leg. Draw the right leg up. And then hug the left leg in and send the right foot down to the earth and then slide it out. Flexion at the bottom. And we'll do another set here just like that. Slide the leg in. Other foot down, slide it out. And switch again. Foot comes down, slide it out. And draw both legs in. Take the legs up to the sky. Sock with the knees. Circle. It's snowing. Oh my gosh. You know, I dreamt about snow last night and I can't remember it, but I just looked out and it's coming down. And reverse. That was a little bit of a surprise, but a joyful one. All right, bring your feet back down to the earth and coming into cobbler's position, arms out to the side. If cobbler's is not comfortable for you, please come back up to neutral or legs rotated in, okay? Because legs rotated in will start to relax these muscles and maybe eventually sometime have an effect on these muscles. So your choice. Palms up to the sky. We're going to be going into, at some point very soon, Mukula Mudra and that bear claw. Inhale as the arms rise up to the sky. This time, exhale, keep the palms open as you come back down. Rest the shoulders. And draw the fingers and thumbs into Mukula Mudra. Breath in, exhale, come into your bear claw, and then completely relax the hands. We're going to add the hug on now. Inhale, coming up to the sky, and exhale, cross one arm on top. Notice which arm is closer to your chin. Always during the pause, just really feel the breath moving. Inhale as the arms go over your face. Exhale, winged arms come back to that letter T or your V with the palms open. Inhale, Mukula Mudra. Exhale, bear claw. And then relax the hands and the arms. Relax everything. Next, inhale, arms rise. You feel that space between the shoulder blades expanding. Opposite arm crisscrosses over the top. Next breath in, the arms go over the face like taking a sweatshirt off. And then the arms wing out like angel wings, coming back down, resting back to the earth. With an inhale, Mukula Mudra. Exhale, bear claw. And relax. And if you're in cobblers, go ahead and bring the feet up to standing. Walk the legs out, constructive rest with the legs. And now when we cross the arms, we'll be in complete constructive rest. Inhale as the arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, crisscross again, different arm on top. And this brings us into a full constructive rest. Inhale as you take the sweatshirt off over your face. Exhale, circling the arms back down to your T or high-low V. Inhale, Mukula Mudra. Exhale, bear claw. And relaxing. One more time. Inhale, rising. Exhale, crisscrossing. Inhale, taking the shirt off over your face. Exhale, spreading out to come back to your V or T. Inhale, Mukula Mudra. Everything coming toward that thumb. Exhale, bear claw. And relax. Walking your feet back to a neutral stance. Hug the right leg in, send the left leg down, flexion at that ankle. And then key pose, slide that left leg in, cross the right ankle over your left thigh. Using one or both hands, draw the left thigh in parallel to the body as much as you can. And then with a hand or an elbow, pressing that right thigh open. That's your left elbow relax. Left lower leg completely relaxed, ankle relaxed. And then breathe down to the hip socket. So again, that sense of creating more air. And then take a little rock to the right along your pelvis. And then rock to the left side of your pelvis. And notice which side you feel a little bit more extra sensation. Everyone's going to feel it a little differently. You don't have to rock far. We want to stay on our back. And then whichever side you have more sensation, stay there. Draw that left thigh in a little bit more because you just may have loosened your hold. And then coming back through center. Release your hands, bring the left foot to the floor, the right foot, send the right leg out, send the left leg out, and pause. And take a moment to notice how the left side of your body is resting in with the earth and how the right side, there might be some subtle differences or some very, oh my, differences. Like my right side feels completely longer than my left side at the moment. It can be anything. And then hug that left leg in, slide it up towards you, relax the arms. And then slide the right leg in, crisscross the foot over it. Hug the leg in. So right leg coming in parallel to the body. Left elbow or left hand guiding the left thigh open. And when you exhale, again, it's as if the pelvis drops down and away from the head of the femurs. Little smile on the face. And then take that rock a little bit to your left. Rock the pelvis a little to the right. Your head can follow. Again, you're keeping it small so you won't roll to the sides of your body, but stay on the back surface. Weight shifting from one side to the other. And then find that side that you feel more sensation. Hug the right leg in a little closer, guiding the left open, and pause. Coming back to center, lower the right foot, lower the left. Slide the left out, slide the right out. Take a little pause. And now notice how the body has once again shifted. Might feel a little bit more equal and balanced, but still feel some differences maybe along the left body half, the right body half. And then bend your knees to stand your feet and open those legs mat width apart. And windshield wipers from one side to the other side. And allow your head to either roll with the knees, opposite of the knees. And then when you come through center, hug those legs in and rock side to side. This will be our transition to come to sitting in a moment. And then rolling on to your favorite side. Use your hands to guide yourself up. And coming into a comfortable seated position. Palms either up toward the sky or down toward the earth. Just notice for a moment how your body feels, the length of the upper body, how your sits bones connect with the earth, how your legs may feel at this moment. And reaching the hands down to the earth, rise to the sky, meeting at the top. And as you come down to the heart, pause and take a moment here to repeat your mantra about 3 times. Interlace the fingers, and as you press forward, you're going to round into a seated cat. Try and keep those shoulders down away from your ears. And then inhale, rise up to the sky and coming over to the left. Your elbows may be bent as much as you need, lengthened. And then release the left hand and feel the hip drawing down as you lengthen through the side body, away from that hip sinking down. Let's keep our focus out for a moment. And then open arc. You're going to rotate thumb down, coming to about the right side or center of your back or pelvis, low back or pelvis. And then rotate the head to look toward the earth, toward your left. Now, right shoulder rolls back and down. And then reverse, rising back up. Again, feeling the right hip melt down. Lots of length along the right side of the body. And then slide your way up, finding neutral, and then rising up. Breath in here. Exhale, spiral rotation to the right. Diagonal forward fold, coming over that right leg, sliding the hands out, equal on either side of your leg. Maybe slide the left hand just an inch further, if that. Send breath down the left side of your pelvis through to its sits bone. And then a gentle forward fold to the front. How can you make being in this place as comfortable as possible for you, your body, any body parts that talk to you? How can you adjust so there's a little bit more ease? Allowing each exhale to bring a sense of softening. And using your hands, rising back up, open those legs wide. And then 5 windshield wipers starting to the right, following the knees, the left, 3, 4, and coming back on 5, staying here for mermaid spiral. So walk those hands around to the right. Right forearm comes to rest on the floor, and then walk your left hand a little further. Again, that sense of the pelvis sinking down away from the direction of the head, the shoulders. And decide if you're keeping your head more neutral, looking at your mat, looking under the right arm. Walking your hands back towards your hips. And then stay where you are, and a lateral reach over towards your left. So your left hand can be someplace comfortable. If you can keep the palm open, you get a little bit more length. Steady pelvis going downward, side body coming up and over. And then opening up, coming back, lengthen through the left leg, and just pause here. Standing on the right, finding length up the body, just neutralizing, coming out of that spiral to go into a second spiral. Foot can stay here, of course. Foot can come over as another option. Hug the leg in, and we're going to look toward our left diagonal, our left corner in the room. Right hand can be a fist, a flat hand, just guiding you on top of your sits bones. More so on that left so you don't roll that way. And then with an exhale, belly, center of chest, nose, third eye, rotating to your right. Coming back, releasing to the front, slide your right foot down, Left ankle is flexed, so it's like a little nook for your right foot, and then bringing your right arm across, opening that upper back. Feel free to use your elbow as a hook, your hand, and then looking to your left. Coming back to center, long prayer hands. And of course, I forgot to say, if you'd like to have your knees bent, have your knees bent. Draw the elbows back, opening the heart. One more breath, and then hug those legs in, give them a squeeze. And then opposite leg in front. Reaching down and out to the side, place of reception, openness, and then rising up to the sky and coming into your heart. Taking the moment here to once again repeat your mantra about 3 times. Each time gets richer in meaning. And interlacing the fingers, press forward, coming into your rounded cat. Moving forward through the hands and back through the center of the spine. And then up toward the sky, palms open and up and over to the right. And remember, there's an up and an over. Release. Moving into the world to the right. Allow that shoulder, right shoulder to relax. Heart open, looking more out. And then follow your left arm as it comes down. Rotate thumb down. Hand to the left side of your low back or pelvis, or more center. And then exhale, rotating the head and eyes down to the right. Listening to the sound of your breath. And then follow that arm back, up, and over. Feeling all that length through and around the left side. Soft contraction on the right. And then rising to the sky and scooping up. Spiral rotation to your left. Easy gaze. Coming around to a diagonal forward fold. Arms balanced on either side of your leg. Softness as you come around to the front. Easy forward fold. Upper body bowing over the lower half. And then walking your hands back up. Open up wide and starting to the left, windshield wipers, look toward the back heel. If it's uncomfortable, follow your knees again. Staying over to the left and mermaid. So coming around the bend to the left. Left forearm and hand to the earth. You walk that right arm out a little more. And then breathe down into the pelvis. Encouraging the pelvis to move down away from the shoulder or the head. And then notice where feels most comfortable to look with ease, softness around the throat and neck. Adjust anything you need to be in a safer place for yourself. Sensations are good, but discomfort is not. Keeping the legs where they are, walk your hands back towards your hips. The torso comes around, so it's looking more towards your front leg. And then into your lateral reach, open toward the open side. Keep your right palm open. And then coming around to the front. Lengthen the right leg, stand the left, and just pausing again. Shoulders roll back and down, finding that length. And either keeping the foot here, stepping it over, hug that leg in. Feel that energy going down as you draw the leg inward and upward. And then looking toward the right a little bit, like a front corner of your room. And then with an exhale, as you hug the leg in a little more, belly, center of heart, nose, third eye, all coming around towards your left. Noticing for yourself what each exhale brings you. And then unwinding back to the front, slide that left leg down, let that ankle relax at the top. This one is flexed. Left arm comes across, either elbow guiding it or your hand. Looking toward the direction of that hand. And then coming back through center. Exhale, elbows draw back. Another breath. And then soften it, hug the legs in. And then whichever leg you choose, let it come in front. Take that imaginary sweatshirt up off overhead. And just out to the sides. Draw the hands into the heart. And once again, repeating your mantra 3 times, followed by so be it. And then rising up to the sky, blossom open, and coming over onto all fours for cat and cow. Hands, palms open to the down toward the earth or in a fist. And then rounding into your cat. Check your feet to make sure that the feet are long and not rotating in toward each other. Making this feel luxurious for yourself. The belly and the heart stretching away from each other, lengthening away. And then the back surface of your back getting all that length. Softness around the corners of your lips. And the next time you're in cow, pause there. And we're going to come into a lengthened child's pose. Pressing back. Your hands will have to walk back with you. With elbows are lengthened, little bridge under each arm. Coming into a place that feels good for your shoulders, neck. And then rising up into cats is our transition to come up to standing, stepping 1 foot forward, the second foot, and then unfurl your way up. Rising, lengthening up to the sky, and coming into your heart. And let me turn around to find you guys. And I'm going to adjust my screen just a hair so you can better see my head and where my arms are going. Hopefully that's a little better. And interlace those hands, rise back up to the sky, take a little wiggle, a little stretch of your choice here with the ribs and the shoulders, and then softness coming over to the right. Release. Palms looking out, coming up and over to your left. There's a fruit fly. And release the arm, bow the chin toward the chest. Inhale, rising up to the sky, coming into chair pose. Let's keep it somewhat of a high chair pose. And pausing with breath, with lightness. Interlace the hands, rising back up, coming up and over to the right. Release that arm and then up and over. 3 is going to be the charm here. Release that arm, zip the chin, rising up to the sky, high chair pose. Weight still shifting towards your heels. And then exhale, just come a little bit lower. And interlace those fingers, press, yawn, open to the sky, up and over to the right. If you want to send the hip out a little bit on this round, you can, or just stay neutral. And then release. Up and over, energy down and out through those fingertips. And release. Circle both arms up to the sky, come neutral. As we bend through the legs, we come down like we're holding something, and then we drop it as we lengthen our legs and rise, staring like a huge eagle over a cliff, and then drop those wings in and rising up just to the sky. Hands into your heart, chair pose. Exhale, forward, bent forward fold. Inhale, come your halfway up. Exhale, bending through the legs, low warrior, draw that right leg behind. Lengthen it as you draw the leg down and rising up. Hands come into the heart. And reaching out in front, palms down toward the earth. Exhale, draw the elbows back. And then pointer finger edges touch. Exhale, Feel yourself pressing forward through space a little bit. We don't want to get into the low back. We are opening the upper back, opening the front of the right thigh, and coming back into the heart. Hands are going to come toward the inside of your leg. You're going to rotate your right leg a quarter. So you come up into a low warrior two, looking towards your left. You may be facing differently on your mat. And then rotate palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down, palms up, and pause. Hands come into the heart. You might be facing a different place on your mat. Don't worry about it. And then hands come back down to the earth and rising up into your cat and cow. A couple more cat and cows here. And then finding your neutral spine. Left hand comes forward, sunbird, left leg back behind you. Flexion at that ankle and raising up a little bit through that back leg as you lengthen. Pausing, gazing at the earth. Lower just the arm, bring your knee in towards your belly, round into cat, and then take your right leg out to the side. Fully spread through your feet, palms back underneath their shoulders. And then coming in for our glute stretch. Arc all the way around to the other side, where you tuck those toes under, push back first, and then lengthen forward to look as much around that left arm as you can. Coming back through center, rounding up into your cat, and then pressing back into child's pose, and allow the palms to rotate more upward toward the sky. Rising back up into cat, stepping forward on one foot, stepping forward on the other foot, bringing yourself back up, allowing the arms to dangle, reconnecting with the earth, and returning back to the heart. Open into mountain pose, just gazing out with a sense of readiness, quiet, grounded, listening to the sounds around you. And then hands to the heart. Here we go. Interlace those hands up to the sky and take that stretch. Stretch, 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 wiggle, whatever you want to do up there. And then over to the left. Really feel that openness through the hands, the palms. And then release. Draw up and over. Palm out. And release. Rise up to the sky and into chair. Go into that mid-range. And easy gaze again. Weight shifting back. So you're really engaging more of the quads and the butt muscles. And then interlace the hands, rising up and over. It should be feeling very different, even though we're on our second side. And release. Up and over. Release that hand, dip the chin toward the chest, rising up. And 3 is a charm. Interlace those fingers, rising up. And up and over. You want to add that hip in on the side. You feel the side hip drawing away, or you're staying center. And release. Up and over. Release the arm, rising up. Here we are, gathering, bend through those legs, and then you open your wings as wide as an eagle, standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down to the world below. And then your wings come in, gather goodness, rising straight up to the sky and into chair pose. Notice if your chair has gotten a little deeper, the stool that your sits bones could be coming to a little lower. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come your halfway up, fingertips to shins or thighs. Feel the sits bones lifting up. And then exhale, bending through the legs, draw the left leg back behind, square the hips off, and then release down, rising up into your low warrior. And coming into your heart. And just go on a diagonal, at least feels better. Reaching forward, palms up this time, shoulders roll back and down. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades back and reach. Drawing back and reach. And drawing back, straight back and reach and into your heart. Hands coming down the inside, rotate that back leg just a little bit, coming inward so that you are in your warrior two. Looking to your right. Palms up, Mukula Mudra. Exhale, claw hands. Breath in, exhale, relax the hands, palms down. Inhale, staying palms down, Mukula Mudra. Exhale, claw hands. Relax. And hands rotating, let leg come back to all fours and down onto your forearms for cat and cow. And again, finding that luxuriousness from a slightly different position. Be careful you don't lift your chin up at the end. There's no room for that in the movement, in the body, no room for that. And then next time you come into cat, stay there, but rise up onto your hands so you can bring your left leg and right arm up for sunbird. Right arm, left leg, making sure it's your opposite. Gazing down upon something beautiful. Lower just the arm, round into cat as you bring your leg in, making room for the leg. And then take that leg out to the side, really spread across your foot. I'm trying to sense all edges. You might not get to all edges, but just sensing them. And then that arc around to the other side. Arc the big toe around, tuck all toes, push back, and then looking around. Draw that leg back, rounding up into cat. And last time coming back into child's pose. Arms where you like them, your choice, by your ears, by your thighs. Elbows relax, elbows lengthen. And then rounding up into cat, stepping forward, and unfurling your way back up. Rising up and into your heart. Reaching forward and clasp the hands behind. Take maybe a little wider step and then draw those hands down, palms coming toward each other and hands slightly away from your bottom. Shoulder blades definitely closing in toward each other. And on your exhale, just see where the arms go by themselves, and then you pick up the rest, coming into your heart and opening nice and wide. Rising up, 3 goddess pull downs with strength, using that forced quick breath. Breath in. Here we go. One more. Pause, and as you rise back up, middle finger of your left hand comes to the thumb, palms open, right hand pressing out to the right, flexion, and gaze forward. So keeping out all that does not serve us, up above all that will serve us, can serve us. We are open to it with energy. And then release that left hand and come over toward the left. Let's bring the right hand toward the shoulder, elbow lifting, and then open and soften. Keep that lift. What's soft right now is the forearm. And open, yawning in 2 directions, release. Yawning and rising, coming into the heart. 1 foot, the other foot, 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 back to the top. Inhale out. We're going to take 3 swings right here. Easy, looking at your belly button. You don't have to bend at the waist. Just let the shoulders drop forward. 2, Just the shoulders and the head and the arms. 3. Circle back around yourself. And then, oh, here we are. A little wider stance again. Opposite thumb on top for your handhold to the back. Draw down. Opening again. Across the heart, the shoulders. Have a little lift of space right here. Just don't drop your head back. There's just can be a little lift matching the rise up of the front of the body. And then on your exhale, see where the arms go by themselves. And then we keep going into the heart. And open up wide. Here's the fire of goddess. Quick, strong, and resilient. Breath in. One more. And as we rise up, middle finger on right hand to thumb, pressing out to the left. And as we go into our goddess hold, there is this sense of energy up and down the body. Sits bones and feet energetically toward the earth, crown of the head to the sky. Flexing the wrong way, I forgot to go back. And then our side angle. And soften. And then you feel that yawning in both directions. And release. Everything reignites and softens. And the last one, reignite, rising up. Into your heart, get taller as the hands come down. Right foot, left foot, right heel. And alternating toes, toes, heels, heels, toes, toes. And rising up to the sky, we have those 3 small swings from the upper body. Here's bowing your head and your shoulders. 2 and 3 and into your heart. Peel the right heel off and come into a high chair pose. Lower that heel, rising up. Open the arms, bow toward the earth. And then the shortest way to bring hands to heart. And peel the left heel, high chair pose. Lower that heel, rising up, blossom open. Hands to your heart. Bent forward fold. If you like to lengthen your legs or stay in your bent forward fold. And allow your hands to come someplace that feel comfortable, to the floor, to your legs, to your elbows. If forward fold never, if at a point it just doesn't feel good, you come back to halfway up. And we'll go there now, halfway up. And into chair pose. Peel the right heel off. Keep your foot just like that as you come back up. Arms, thumb to middle finger. And then flex your right ankle. Pausing, lifting upward as if there's something up there to hook onto, to reach for. Your hip stays low. And then hands to your heart as you step back down. Rising up, blossom open, bend forward fold, chest over the thighs. You decide if you're going to stay here, if you want to lengthen your legs a little, a lot. Where can your hands go so the arms get a sense of freedom as well? The longer your legs are, you can think about your hips suspended up toward the sky. Your legs are bent. You know where your sits bones are. Maybe they're more toward the earth. Maybe they're halfway from the earth to the sky. Coming your halfway up. Back into chair pose, shifting that weight back. Peel the left heel up. Keep that heel raised as you rise up. And blossom open, middle finger to thumb. Flex that left ankle. The hip is down. Easy gaze forward and out as you rise up from the heart. And foot down, coming back to the heart, hands to the heart. Interlace the fingers, pressing forward, rising up and over to your right. Again, if you like to add the hip, you can. Release up and over. Relax that arm, chin toward chest, and then bend the legs, scooping up to the sky and up and over to your left, hip or no hip. Remember, we're always lengthening away from something. Something's reaching, something's grounding to the earth. And then back through center, up and over the other side. Release, bow the chin to the chest, and then easy hands to heart. One more breath here. And return to repeating your mantra about 3 times and adding "so be it" to the end. And moving through our chair pose, moving through our bent forward fold to come all the way back down onto your back. All the way back down. Onto your back. Hugging those legs in, finding length at the sacrum and the tailbone. Lengthen your left leg. And then taking your right leg over to the left, you can either rest your right foot on a bent left leg. You can take your foot down to the earth and then lengthen your arms open, palms to the sky. And hug that right leg in. Pausing, letting the back of your pelvis sink down toward the earth. And then draw the left leg in, lengthen your right as much as you like, and take the left leg over to the right. Again, resting your foot on your right leg, letting the foot come to the earth. And as you open up across the heart through the shoulders and the arms, shoulders are melting toward the earth, more open toward the sky. And then hugging your left leg back toward the belly. Hugging both legs in. Take the arms and legs to the sky and shake them, shake them, shake them. And let the blood travel down along all lymph node channels into the hip and pelvic region, abdominal area, chest, shoulders, neck and throat. And then release, drop, slide. Enjoy the moment of completely letting go and sinking in with yourself to the earth. Bend your knees to stand your feet. Rolling on to your favorite side, taking a little pause. And using your hands to guide yourself up. And coming into any comfortable seated position, palms rising up toward the sky or down toward the earth. And then reaching your hands down to the earth. Once more, rise to the sky and return to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. And thank you, ladies, for a fabulous 2022. Merry ho, 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 and a happy new year.
Yay.